over on the court, and we're about to get underway here in Wollongong. Heritage round, round 7. The last night of the round is underway, and the Wollongong Hawks come up with the tip. And as we mentioned just a little bit earlier, the Wollongong crowd on their feet, so the opposing team gets a field goal. Not a free throw, Brendan Joyce, like you said. Matt Campbell looking for his Bendigo childhood friend. Saville loses the handle. And Cam Tovey knocked it loose, and so the shot clock is down to 3. Wollongong has got to get one off quick.
Some good defense by Tovey, but Sav's mucking around. It should have been a rip through and a quick score.
Well-executed baseline out of bounds, and Matt Campbell gets the finish. Robbins clears out a little space for himself, and just like he started out in Melbourne, strongly gets the first field goal for Perth. Catron has a shot blocked by Matthew Knight. 2 great plays by the referee. I was worried about charge being called. That was a block. Great refereeing on those first 2 plays. Good no call.
Yeah.
And sets the tone for letting the guys know that they can play. Matt Campbell trying to find Reese Martin. That was just a bad pass. Lish to Redditch. They want to get him going. Maybe shuffle the feet. Crowd kind of oohed and on a little bit.
Uh-oh, that's dangerous. You talked about it, Steve. Redditch getting off tonight. He wouldn't be happy with his game against the Tigers, and getting an easy look like that only breeds confidence for him.
Saville. That's a charge. Kevin Lish does a good job of getting himself outside the circle.
Well, have a coach, Sav. He should be shooting that pull-up jumper. He's already open there. There's no need to continue to take it all away.
There was no doubt about that one.
Yeah, no, good call.
How many charges are crystal killer like that? Cam Tovey buries the 3. And although you might say, you know what, we can live with that, he is streaky and he can get hot.
And what you're looking at, though, Steve, was that matchup we talked about. Redditch's ability to penetrate against his bigger opponents got Tovey wide open for that shot. Very unselfish. And I'll tell you, about 6 years ago, there's no way Redditch would have passed that, but it shows how his game's developed into an all-round as far as scoring and creating now.
Redditch, tough shot over Oscar Foreman. Man, if you got the roll on that one, look out. But Saville pulls down the board, puts it on the floor like he's so capable of doing. Hits his teammate, Matt Campbell. He can't get the jumper to go. Cross court to Lish.
I'm surprised Lish didn't pull the trigger on that.
Redditch puts it on the floor, spins to the middle. He is going to work. He is in the flow. Redditch with 4 quick points for the Perth Wildcats to go with an assist.
Well, he's the one, Steve. He's, you know, and if the horse goes small, he'll be posting up, but he looks like a man on a mission.
Great pass from Saville to Reese Martin. Excellent cut.
Beautiful pass by Glenn Saville.
Robbins. They're looking for Redditch again. Isolated at the top. That's a shot he can hit. Reese Martin with the screen out. Pushes the break. Saville turns down the jumper, skips it to Foreman. Catron with a little chippy from the baseline. No good. Tovey pulls down the board. Here come the Wildcats. No numbers. Lish, 3 in transition. Rattles it home.
And that's his game. You got to give him the freedom to pull the trigger on transition. And, you know, you got 2 good coaches here going at it, Rob Beveridge and Gordy McLeod. But certainly what I love about Bevo, he lets his players put shot. You know, if they're open, they're not even thinking about it. And that's very important for players' confidence.
Especially after they came up short the previous game by missing perimeter shots. He really believes in them. Reese Martin with a nice fake and a turnaround. That's good.
That's an excellent move by Reese. Undersized there over Cameron Tovey. Good composure.
One's on Reese Martin. And Robbins, anyone's hard to guard when they're aggressive, but Robbins, he has put the ball on the floor, and this is a guy that is not really a threat with his perimeter shot, and he is just nuggety and strong, and when he's got the mindset, to get in the lane, he does.
Well, he's got to, Steve. We saw before, if there's anything you can take away from Reddich's penetration, no one's guards Robbins. Look at it. So you can't clog it up, but he has to make something happen. If he's not knocking down the shot, he's got to penetrate just like he did, and everyone's booing, but that was a foul.
Good finish by Matthew Knight. Here comes Saville, skips it to Campbell. It's straight, and it's good.
Well, that's another great pass by Sav. He's got 2 assists right now. The stats are working properly, and, you know, that's the beauty of having Sav. He doesn't have to score to make things happen. He can create from that 3 spot. Not many 3-man can do that in the league.
Redditch over the top to Matthew Knight. Just miscommunication in the defense. Knight won't get many any easier than that.
No, I know what happened there, Steve. Gordy wouldn't be happy about that. That's too easy.
Martin, that'll be an 8-second violation. I know it's a deflection, but he didn't really seem to have the urgency once he got it. Any type of deflection or delay in the backcourt, it's only 8 seconds. That goes very quickly when it used to be 10.
Well, you hope that you have a guy that you can flick it to if there's a double team or you're in trouble, that you can flick it to or get it over for you, but a little bit slow getting it to him.
Toby, they're looking for Knight down low. Tough shot, falling away from the baseline. Man. Perth Wildcats continue to shoot the basketball at a ridiculous clip in the first half here in Wollongong.
Did you know that 1 in 5 men worry about excessive sweating? That's why there's Rexona Men Clinical Protection. It's twice as effective as a basic antiperspirant. Its tri-solid technology fights excess perspiration. Rexona Men Clinical Protection. It won't let you down.
Too many guys open. Guards, you got to circle out, get a big behind. Okay? Get a guy ahead and play. Kick it ahead into our drags. If not, get out and get in a hand. Get it through hands. Our big shouldn't be get caught coming out. Okay? We still want to press up when we get an opportunity. Come on, fellas, we got to start getting on the D. Hawks, 1, 2, 3.
Well, Brennan, I would imagine that gesture you were making with your hand was dribble penetration. That's exactly what Gordy McLeod addressed in that timeout.
Well, what he's talking about, Steve, for all the folks at home, he mentioned the word you got to rove. He's actually trying to junk it up, trying to take Perth out of their rhythm with a match-up zone. When you run cutters, sometimes people won't go with those cutters, and what he meant by roving was staying with the cutter. So basically manning up on that cutter, and if they forget that assignment, they're going to get easy baskets, which is what they're doing.
Robbins does another great job of getting a deflection in the passing lane. Larry Davison spins to his left. Wollongong make Perth pay for extending their defense. Lish.
They're just penetrating their will right now. You know, Lish penetrating, you know, to dip it out tonight there. They've got to contain the penetration, you know, whether in man or zone. You've got to contain your man.
Lish draws 2, and Matthew Knight went exactly where he came from. That's where the open spot is.
Well,
wasn't able to drill it, though.
That's the dribble penetration rules. He drew Matty Knight's big guy. Lish popped it out. So, you know, they dodged the bullet there, the Hawks. Normally, Matty Knight had knocked that down.
Wollongong might want to throw a few ball fakes the way the Perth Wildcats are in the passing lane.
Well, Bevo's got to like, you know, coming off a loss. They certainly haven't come out tentative. They've come out confident.
Wow.
And contributors all around, Steve.
Yeah, Sharon Glover way off the mark. His first shot attempt, Wagstaff. This is how Perth come at you. They're deep.
Beautiful pass.
Robbins misses a layup. It wasn't an easy layup. It was a layup in traffic.
Well, you talked about it early with Bevo. We talked about the advantage the Wildcats have. Wagstaff posted up that time, drawing a double team. Probably unlucky not to get the assist. It was an absolute gimme.
Everhard Bartlett into the game for Perth Wildcats, chatting to Beveridge before the game, and he loves this kid. He can't imagine how he slipped off the radar and other teams didn't pick him up before the season started.
Probably because he's from New Zealand, Steve. A lot of teams wouldn't see him, but I've watched a few games and he has been impressive. I like, I like those long guards. I like his length. I like his quick and pretty good decision maker. From what I've seen, he knocks the three down. He'll make a pretty good pass.
In the dunk contest, and usually the guys that jump that well as Wagstaff hits the medium range jump shot from the baseline. Usually the great jumping, dunking guys aren't great decision makers. They're usually good athletes that can drive to the basket and make exciting plays, but he's been very solid. Glover misses the mark. Wollongong with the hustle and get a couple of offensive rebounds, keep it alive. Larry Davison tries to guide it in. Great hustle. Demos does the same with the hustle effort, keeps it in play. Wollongong get another crack on this possession. Glover with a nice crossover. Extra pass goes to Demos. Little step back. Bartlett keeps it alive to Wagstaff. Perth have got numbers.
Perth are patient right now. There you go.
Great decision, just as you had mentioned. Nice little ball fake, created the space, got the defense to commit to the passing lane, and he drills a shot.
And the other thing I like about Balaz, Steve, I know he's a Kiwi, and he's a good size. I'm surprised I haven't seen him, internationally. You want some guards with some size. You look at all the Europeans, they're all 6'3" and up.
Wollongong trying to keep pace with the visitors. Hot shooting it at 68%. Davison, a little bit of a bump, trying to take Luke Neville off the dribble. And he did it successfully. Wollongong on this drive here. Larry with the offhand. I didn't really see the contact.
There's not a lot of contact. And this is what I don't like, the small ball off. Like we talk about our league being smaller. We've got to let guys like Luke Neville and that play because we've got to prepare for the international game. Realistically, I don't reckon that was a foul. Larry's creating the contact. The big guy's just there with his hand up.
Neville keeps it alive. Gruber picks it up, gets it to Conrad. Wollongong in transition. Glover will slow it down. Quick ball reversal to Tyson Demos. Goes off the hand of Bartlett. Especially when it's big on big like that.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got to prepare our players, so we want to win a medal. And in order to do that, we've got to have some players with size, and we've got to allow them to play.
Glover to Demos. Again, ball tipped by the Wildcats. This time Bartlett gets a piece of it. Higher. Good strong drive and a block by Gruber. I like the no call there because I thought he extended the arm.
But the body contact was way more severe than what we saw just before. I agree with you, but it's chalk and cheese. Most Aussies would know what I was saying there, Steve. All right.
I'd have to explain it to a lamb. You'll get a chance. Wagstaff, nice bounce pass to Higher. Gets it out to Bartlett. He launches a long three. That wasn't even close.
Yeah, fair way out that one. He's feeling good after making the one previously.
Yeah, but he had an opportunity to get a lot closer. There was no one,
I
mean, before the pass came to him.
Yeah.
Glover, good pass into David Gruber.
Excellent pass by Glover.
Leads trimmed down to 9. Higher getting an opportunity to get some more minutes with the absence of Damian Martin. Wagstaff, he can knock this down. That never looked like missing. 28-16, less than a minute to go.
Well, Gruber shouldn't have been sucked in so deep from that area on the penetration. Sometimes you can overhelp, Steve.
Conrad over the smaller Drew Williamson and Luke Neville. will get it out to Wagstaff. About a 3-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Perth go right to it.
And that's a great decision by the guard, recognising sometimes players don't see that, you know. So he's done a very good job, this kid, while he's on the floor.
There's Bartlett trying to get it in there. And Glover was in a world of hurt. Neville, Wagstaff out to Bartlett.
He's got to put it up.
Another brick. Maybe not the one they wanted. Everybody thinks that it's the end of the quarter, but it's not. There's still 2.1 seconds left on the game clock, and that was the differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, that one didn't look like it didn't even look close either. So perhaps he needs to penetrate a little bit more and take that wide open three. That's a contested three.
We're just talking about his decision making.
It was, but the shot clock's down, so he's going to have to shoot it. But he probably should have went a little bit earlier, Steve.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to get something going.
Bevo will be happy with his 12-point lead, though. He's gone to the bench and rotated players. You've got to be happy with that.
Glover. That was the longest 2.1 seconds I think I've ever seen. But that is how it works out after one quarter play from the